tank. This one weighs 4,004 pounds. And I'll probably put 60 pounds in it just to be safe. So if my scales are different from TJ's, you know, it is what it is. It's too late for them to change anything now. So yeah, I know the rules are staying there. So I don't mind people knowing this is probably what we're going to run in heavyweight. Oh, they're going to be mad when they see this rolling down the staging lanes. I'm going to tell you right now. Dodge's new vision, you know, it's going to be the 6-cylinder, straight six with or not straight six, probably a B6. I don't even know, to be honest. A 6-cylinder with twin turbo. What I understand the Hurricane motor is going to be all about. I'm not saying it's impossible to make power that way. I'm just going to miss the sound of these old cars and just don't want to see the Hemis go away. I think that's part of my problem. Is I'm like everybody else. You know, because that's what I cut my teeth on is this car here was my first true competition that was actually competitive. You know, it's not the first car I ever raced, but it is the first car that it was actually competitive in racing. And I remember, I'll always remember being in this car the first time and hitting the throttle for the first time and it just boiling the tires off. And I thought, you know, Dodge is onto something here. Yeah, it had like hard compound tires on it from the factory. You know, they came like P0s, and yeah, man, I hit the throttle, and Dad was in there with me. We were both like, or pretty interesting, you know. So I think they have the ability to be a great car. It's just going to be the matter. The new car will be a great car. They're just going to have to put the engineering into it. I think if they get involved with the aftermarket company, that it will be the best thing that ever happened to Dodge. Dodge should find their Shelby. That's who they should find. And that's what it's going to take to make them great again. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, even then, if somebody offered horsepower packages, for example, that were emissions compliant, potentially you have a great. Is
that how Chevy does it?
Well, Callaway is Chevy's Shelby, you know. Only difference is, you know, Shelby was the East Texas guy. So he's from a town not too far from here. But Mopar putting time into the people who do this, the aftermarket. Because one thing nobody wants to see is the aftermarket shut down. Nobody wants to see that. I'm not involved in it anymore, but I still don't want to see it because then if there's nothing to be gained anymore because emissions laws or all the tuners are out, you can't cam a car anymore. VVT means the cam can move based off of running conditions. Non-VVT means the cam is fixed. A lot of people lock the VVT cams. Some people do, some people don't. It's completely up to you. Now, moving the VVT cam does allow for more torque down low, even with a bigger cam, because you can roll that thing retarded or roll it advanced, either one, and then that will help you, but it's also another moving part that can fail. Emissions-wise, it's not really emissions-wise, it's just keeping the motor in the map, is what I would say. I would say that for keeping the motor in its torque range, rolling that cam backwards is actually what helps it. The COPO had a supercharger failure. I don't know if we put the belt on too tight on the rear because, you know, it's got that rear cog on it, and it knocked the seal out of the rear supercharger pulley. So it ate the paint off of it. Oh, we'll go out there. Yeah. But it ate the paint literally off the bottom side of my hood. I was so pissed. Now I got to pull the hood and have a buddy of mine go back through it and fix it. We thought it was antifreeze. You know, I was like, because, you know, we messed with the steam holes that come across the back of the LS heads go around back there. So I was like, well, it's antifreeze. It's got to be. So I go through, Start looking at everything. It's not antifreeze. We were ready to go to Extreme Raceway, and I was like, we better not, you know. So the backside of the supercharger has a pulley on it. I think you've seen it before. It's a cod style pulley. There's a seal behind that pulley that actually goes into the housing. So we're gonna have Chris Bailey rebuild it because that seal's done, like DUN done.
Oh. He was just eating.
Dude, I've never seen anything like that.
And that's just oil?
That's just supercharger oil is all it was.
It's that corrosive?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, what is it made out of? Sulfuric acid? Because you can actually see it on the back of the supercharger right here. It's kind of dark in there, but you can see the residue from it. I was heartbroken. Yeah, I was not thrilled with that situation. Yeah, I literally took a rag and because I was like, it's oil, you know, a little bit of ethanol on the rag might knock the oil off of it, and then it ate some of it, and I was like, I'm not going to use ethanol on it anymore, so I just got a straight rag.
Stop the mission.
So I just got a straight rag and then wiped it again, and it just came off anyway, and I was like, it's the oil. Relays, fuses, stuff like that. Yeah, all for the Dominator. I bet their relays have 4 deals.
Oh, yeah. That'll be right.
Thanks, Holly.
They're over 90.
Yeah, 100%. But still, I thought about wrapping it. And then I was like, I better not. Because I got like some of the Corvette's carbon flash wrap. I thought about using that under because it has a metallic look to it.